Could 1969 be the next Yellowstone prequel? Well, rumor has it, yep. If there's one thing fans agree on, it's that Taylor Sheridan really knows how to build out a universe. It all kicked off with the original Yellowstone series starring Kevin Costner, and viewers got so hooked on the Dutton family story that everyone wanted to know how it all began. That's where 1883 stepped in, giving us a look at the earlier generations of Duttons. We met James, played by Tim McGraw, Margaret, played by Faith Hill, and Elsa, Isabel May, and saw just how tough and wild their journey was. Then came 1923, which jumped ahead to the Prohibition era and the Great Depression, and brought in big names like Helen Mirren as Kara and Harrison Ford as Jacob. We also followed Spencer, Alexandra, and others like Elizabeth, Tiana, and more as the family struggled to hold on to their land and legacy. 1923 ended on a pretty emotional note. Spencer lost Alexandra during childbirth, but their son John survived. That John ends up being the father of John Dutton III, Kevin Costner's character from the original show. Meanwhile, Jack's story wrapped up too, with his wife Elizabeth leaving the ranch while expecting their child. So now, fans are wondering, what's next? Could 1969 be the next chapter? It sounds like it might be. And with how Sheridan's handled the past prequels, there's a good chance it'll be another wild, emotional ride through Dutton family history. So 1944 is officially on the way, and fans are pumped. This next chapter in the Yellowstone saga is set during World War II, and while we don't know much yet, no cast announcements or solid plot details, the setting alone gives us a pretty good idea of what to expect. Life on the ranch during wartime? Yeah, things are bound to get intense. One of the biggest questions floating around is whether Spencer might return. 1923 already let us know he dies in 1969, so there's a window where his story could keep going. Could 1944 be where we see more of him? A lot of fans are crossing their fingers for that. And what about after 1944? Is there room for yet another spin-off before we hit the events of the main Yellowstone series? Some people might say enough is enough with all the prequels and spin-offs, but honestly, Yellowstone fans aren't complaining. Sheridan's done an impressive job with the earlier shows, packing in great characters, rich storytelling, and tons of drama. If he keeps that up, then yeah, there might be space for one more chapter between 1944 and Yellowstone. And let's be real, a lot of fans are already hoping for it. Some fans have been tossing around the idea of a 1969 spin-off, though at this point, it's really just speculation and wishful thinking. Based on what 1923 told us, Spencer Dutton would have likely passed away that year, so if a series ever did happen, it probably wouldn't center on him. Still, there's a lot of curiosity about what happened next in the Dutton family timeline. We know John Dutton III, Kevin Costner's character, was born in 1955, which would make him about 14 in 1969. That opens up a really interesting opportunity to explore his younger years and his relationship with his father, who was Spencer and Alexandra's son. It could give us some serious insight into what shaped John into the man we meet in the original Yellowstone series. For now, 1969 is just a fan theory. But with how successful the past prequels have been, a lot of people are hoping there's still more Dutton family drama to come. Fingers crossed for more chapters in the Yellowstone universe. Besides this, there is another show that's in the talks. Let's talk about 6666, or as it's officially pronounced, 4 Sixes. This Yellowstone spin-off is shifting gears from the snowy mountains of Montana to the dusty plains of West Texas. Unlike the previous shows that focused on the Dutton family legacy, 4 Sixes will dive into the world of modern-day cattle ranching at one of the oldest and most legendary ranches in the U.S. Jefferson White, who plays Jimmy on Yellowstone, hyped it up in an interview with Entertainment Tonight, saying the show will give viewers a look at the gritty, no-frills reality of ranch life, everything from horse training to breeding and the everyday grind that keeps it all going. It's not about glamour, it's about the hard work and tradition that keep a place like the Sixes running. As for what we know so far, not much. There's still no official release date, and it's unclear if the show will stream exclusively on Paramount+. The cast also hasn't been announced yet, though fans are hoping to see some familiar faces from Yellowstone pop up, or maybe some brand new ones that fit the Texas vibe. And while Sam Elliott played Shay in 1883, it's not yet confirmed whether he'll appear in 4/6, but just hearing his name tied to any Western project gets fans excited. Basically, 4/6 is shaping up to be a fresh but grounded take on the Yellowstone universe. Just don't expect cowboy glam. This one's all about the real, raw side of ranch life. We also have the Madison. It is the latest addition to the ever-growing Yellowstone universe, and it's already got people talking. Originally titled 2024, the project was officially confirmed in August 2024, and it brings a bit of a different vibe compared to the rest of the franchise. Michelle Pfeiffer is not only starring in the series, she's also executive producing it. The story centers on a New York City family who finds themselves in the Madison River Valley of central Montana, diving into themes of grief, healing, and human connection. So while it's set in the same Yellowstone world, it sounds like it'll have more of a quiet, emotional tone than the rugged ranch drama we've seen before. Chris McCarthy from Paramount called Pfeiffer the perfect anchor for this new chapter, praising her for the emotional depth she brings to every role. And honestly, with Taylor Sheridan behind it, fans can expect a thoughtful story with strong characters. The cast lineup is shaping up nicely too. Paramount confirmed that Patrick J. Adams, Elle Chapman, Bo Garrett, and Amaya Miller will all be part of the show alongside Pfeiffer. No word yet on a release date, but this one definitely feels like it'll offer something a little different from the usual Yellowstone grit, while still staying true to Sheridan's storytelling roots. Lastly, we have Why Marshall. It is the next big thing for Yellowstone fans, and it's all about Case Dutton. Announced in May 2025, this spin-off will follow Case, played by Luke Grimes, as he steps into a whole new role, a U.S. Marshal. The story picks up right after the Yellowstone series finale, where Case sold the Yellowstone ranch land to the Broken Rock Reservation. Now, instead of dealing with ranch politics, he's diving headfirst into law enforcement. The show's logline teases a mix of action and drama as Case joins an elite marshals unit, using both his cowboy instincts and Navy SEAL training to keep the peace in Montana. It also hints at some emotional weight, with Case and his team having to juggle their duties, family lives, and the mental toll of being the last line of defense in a violent region. Drop your ideas in the comments. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any updates on these upcoming shows and more. Catch you next time.